Everyone, Paul here. Today I want to go over kind of the strategy that I've been talking about for the last couple days. I talked about it yesterday, but I talked about it for crypto. I want to kind of go over this as specific as possible so that anybody watching this can kind of understand it the best. I want to make videos basically on how much you would make on certain time frames, but using the same strategies I talk about. And we're going to use the stock market, because I believe you can make the most money with doing this strategy with the stock market. But today we're going to look at the hour doing this strategy, and then maybe tomorrow, next couple of days, we're going to look at a couple other time frames to see how well it works. So if you want to use this strategy for, you can use it by the hour if you don't have to, you don't have to look at the charts every minute, every second. This is good for those kind of situations. Or like me, like certain days when I can't be looking at the charts all the time, and there's certain days that I can't be looking at the charts every minute. So this is kind of a strategy for that, for those that may have jobs or things like that, and you'd want to apply the strategy for the stock market or doing options. So we're having on the hour today. We're going to look at SPY, and we're going to look at I'm going to set you up. The first thing you need is the 1348, and this strategy alone, you just got to set up your moving average to 13 and 48. I like having the 13 at a yellow, the 48 at a different color. But you basically, for the first, the 1348 is not really the first strategy. You just need to have your 1348 there. You need two other indicators, and I'm gonna load that one. The first thing you need, so the indicators that you need is going to be the trend meter. For this to work, you got a trend meter. That will be this one here, and then you're going to need your relative strength index. So those are the two that you need for this. So we're going to focus on the hour today. And what you want to do to apply these steps is, the first thing you need to look for is, you need to look for either a green. You notice here at the top of the MACD, you can't because all these things are in the way. But if you notice, there's a green dot by itself, a red dot by itself. Those are what you got to take note of. That's the first thing you got to do. The second thing you got to do is you got to look for whenever the 1348 is crossing. You got to look for whenever the 1348 is crossing. And so the 1348 has to cross around the same time where you see one of those dots by themselves, the signal. What are these called real quick, just to get you guys? It's called signal 1, the wave trend signals. So this, what you're looking for is the wave trend signal. That's the red and green dot by themselves. So what you want to look for is, you want to look for the moments when the 1348 is crossing, and there's also the dot is going to appear, in most cases, the dot or the red dot or the green dot is going to appear before the 1348 crosses. So that's what you got to keep your eye open for. So let's find a couple situations. Now today we're focusing on the hour. Okay, let's focus on this moment right here. So we see the red dot right here. You see it down there in the middle, that red dot by itself. That is the signal to get in. So it is signal. You also see that, a couple candles over, it starts crossing down. So from this point is when you would get in. So this is the point when you would get in. So I would start here at a 383 put, and I would write it out. So since we're working on the hour here, the next thing you got to do is you got to look at your RSI. And since we're focusing on a put, the red line has got to be below the yellow line. When you're doing a call, the purple line has to be above the yellow line. So the relative strength index will basically tell you when to get in and when to get out, because when the purple line starts curving back up into the yellow line, you know it's going to go back up. So it will basically tell you when to get in, when to get out. So let's, on the hour, it's signaled to get in right here. And if you look at the RSI, it peaked kind of down here and it started going up. So this would be the point of getting out, in my opinion. You could ride it out, but you'll start losing gains. I would get out around here, and that is on the hour, it is a 1282. This took 19 hours. This took there's a $12.82 82 cents difference in price, so that is about $641 right there. So I'm going to do this a couple more times. We're going to find, the first thing you need to take note of is whether the indicator is red or green. And you do not want to do this without the 1348 cross. It has to look like it's about to cross. You don't want to do it when it's not crossing. You could probably still make some money, but it's more risky if you don't do it without the 1348 cross. So let's look at another time. Now the only negative here about doing it on the hour is you have to wait for it to cross, pretty much. So let's look at this moment right here. Should be a brief one, but let's see. You see the green dot right here, right there, and we can tell that it's about to cross up. It gives you the 1348, it gives you the signal before it starts crossing up. So we get in right here, we do a call for 358, around 358, and we write it out. Then we look at the RSI, and we can write it out to about here, because if we look at the relative strength index, it peaks all the way to the top. Then it starts going back down, and you can tell that it's going to start dipping back down. So this is a 12.33 in one day. 12.33 times 50. So that's $616.15 right there, around there. So let's look at it again. Let's find another moment. So let's do this one right here. We see it crossing right here. Let's move that up. Okay, so we see the red dot right there. If you see on the trend meter, the red dot right there. So that signals it, and it signals it right here, and that is right before it's going to cross. So you get in a little bit early. So we ride that out, and then we look at the RSI. And I will probably get out right here because it shows where it's going to start going back up. It literally tells you when it's going to start going back up. So this was let's do it here because, well, that's 3 days. I usually do my contracts up to 3 days. So let's just get out right here. So this is still 12.53. 12.53 times 50. That is $626. I'm going to do this 2 more times, and I think you guys understand this. I'm going to look at different time frames here. Today I'm just doing the hour. Okay, let's just go back a little bit. Let's find another cross moment. Here's we go. Here's a cross. Okay, so cross is right there. So we look for the signal. We got the red dot right there. If you see that red dot below, that's the signal. So in this situation, I would do a 410 put, around 410, and I'd write it out. And then once I have the option going, I basically look at the relative strength index, and it tells me when exactly to get out. You could tell that it goes down right around here. It starts going back up right around here. You can see that in the relative strength index. So this was a This was a real good one. This was in 1 day, a little over a day, 18.45. 18.45 times about 50. That was a $922 gain right there. So let's look at this one more time. One more time. Find another moment. Yeah, let's just do this one. I don't think the gains will be that big, but okay, so you want to look for this one actually spots it real early on, so okay, we can see in the MACD crossing, you can see the MACD crossing the trend meter right here. You can see it right here putting up the signal that it, you can catch it early on. Right here, it picks it up. This would be a 392 call, and we basically write it out, and it crosses right here. So this right here was an early move, and you've already, it's already gone up $6 difference in price. So you caught early gains just by using this method. And then if you look at the RSI, you'll know that it starts dipping back down into the yellow line. So you would get out right around here. Well, this is 4 days, so I don't really do my contracts for 4 days. So I would probably get out right about here, to be honest. It would be nice to be all the way here, but I only do my contract. You can do your contracts as long as you want, but I only do mine 3 days bare minimum. So this was a $14 difference in price. 14.44, 14.44 times. That was $722 made in 2 days using this strategy. So anyway, this strategy I find really helpful. If you guys want to do it on the hour, this is a good strategy to do if you don't, if you can't look at the charts all the time and you want to stretch it out maybe a day or 2 or 3. It's a good, you just have to enter your position and wait maybe a day or 2, or you just have to frequently keep your eye on the chart. You don't have to keep your eye on the chart like every second. The next couple days I'm going to go over I think the 30-minute and then the 5-minute, and you'll notice if you do those, you'll have to keep your eye on the chart more when you go into smaller time frames, but I'm going to walk you through those as well. But I wanted to do it by the hour today, since it is Monday and the stock market is open today. I kind of want to get this video out in front of and explain the strategy to as many people as possible, because it works really well. So those that want to enter trades today can use this strategy if they want to, but I'm not responsible for any profit or loss. This is for entertainment purposes only, but these strategies do work well in my opinion. I'm not responsible for any profit or loss. Anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button. It'll ensure in the future that I make more videos like this. Other than that, I'll see you guys in future videos.